Good day everyone, I am Joji Piedra Verde and I am already 3 years in service in the Department of Education and I am currently handling 4th grade students at Kalina Central Elementary School. So I will be describing the existence of the different curricula operating in our school. So there are 7 listed types of curricula. So 1 is recommended, 2 written, 3 is taught, 4 is supported, 5 assessed, 6 is learned, and 7 is hidden. So let's talk about the first curriculum that was written. So we have the recommended curriculum. So it is defined as proposed by scholars and professional organizations. So here in the Philippines, we have the Department of Education, which is assigned to establish the curriculum for our learners. So K to 12 refers to the 6 years of primary education, 4 years in junior high, and 2 years in senior high. That is to promote global competence since they will be able to master their skills and concepts according to the track that they prefer. So this was signed by President Benigno Aquino III last 2013, which is now established as the RA 10533. Now let's proceed to the second curriculum, which is written. So from the word itself is written, is printed. So we have the daily lesson log and the daily lesson plan. So this is the new form of lesson plan that we have in this K to 12 curriculum. So aside from that, we are following this daily lesson plan to cater the diverse group of students. So that is why we also have the differentiated instruction, which gives a variety of activities or performances or tasks that will be done by every student. So the third curriculum is taught. So this is defined as what teachers implemented inside the classroom and in the schools. So we all know that mother tongue is already implemented across the nation. So this is where the localization and contextualization enters. Halimbawa, dito sa Davao, we have sinugbuan ng Binisaya as the basis of the mother tongue. However, on other regions, they also use their dialect that is preferred in their region. Now, another one is the IPED or the IP education or the indigenous people's education, where the education is responsive to the context, respects, beliefs, and values of the tribe in that certain area. So the fourth one is the supported curriculum, which refers to the resources that aids the learning of our pupils. So in our school, we have the following facilities that provide support or assistance. We have the library. The second one is the reading center, which is different from the library because reading center solely focuses on those learners that are identified as the low performing students because they don't know how to read. So the next one is the computer laboratory, which is not enough to cater all the students. So what we do is we have a scheduled matrix for every grade 5 and grade 6 learner to utilize the laboratory. The next one is the science laboratory, which is not really that big enough to cater all the students, but we have all the equipments or that are necessary for their experiment. So the next one is the SPED Center that accepts learners with special needs. We cater Down syndrome, autism, and all the other special needs that is present in Kalinan. So we also have feeding center, which provides lunch every day for those pupils that are identified as underweight or malnourished. And lastly, the most important, the books. With all honesty, I can say that in public schools like ours, books are not sufficient enough to be provided in all our learners. So the next one is the assessed curriculum, where all the assessments enters. So we have the first one, which is the formative assessment, where the teacher follows up the learners by asking questions during discussions, but it is not graded. The next one is the performance-based assessment, which plays a vital role in the grading system of today's curriculum, because this is where our portfolios, scrapbooks, projects, and presentations enter. This is where our learner develops their talents and skills aside from their cognitive skills. So the next one is the summative assessment, which is also which also plays a big role in the grading system because it is recorded. And lastly, we also have the quarter exams or the quarter examinations or the periodical test, which is graded every quarter. So there are 4 quarters in a school year. So we have the first to fourth quarter. So the sixth curriculum is what we call the learned curriculum, which is defined as what students actually learn and what is measured. So we have the 3 aspects that is being observed or being measured by the teacher. We have the cognitive, affective, and psychomotor. This is where our lesson plans, objectives also focus on. So we have the first one, which is the cognitive. This is where the written assessments and all the other assessments being defined earlier enters. So the next one is the affective, which is observable on the behavior and attitude of our learners. Last one, we have the psychomotor, which is measured through rubrics. So this is where our performance-based assessments place. So that's all in our learned curriculum. Lastly, we have the hidden curriculum, which is unintended and unplanned, but may have a direct relation to the behavior of our learners, or which influence the learning of our learners. This is where the peer influence comes in, or the environment and the learning setting of the students. So I want to share this experience because I want to say that a conducive environment for our learners really plays a vital role. So we have experienced that recently or last year. So 2 sections are sharing the same the same classroom or the same area. So the only barrier is a blackboard. So pag maingay yung kabilang section, hindi gaano nakapag-discuss si teacher sa kabilang section. So we have to take time in discussion. So that affects the interest and the attention of our learners. So during the second semester, they were transferred to the new building. So we saw the behavior change of the learners, wherein they became more attentive and more participative in all our discussions and activities. So that's all.